Welcome everyone. Tonight we're going to speak about a topic which I'm sure is on everyone's mind, and that is money and sustenance. And although the Kabbalists share many secrets about how a person can build wealth, we're going to speak about one very important secret that stems from the original teachings of the Bible and has been lost for a long time, especially its spiritual meaning has been lost. How a person can create the proper vessel within his soul to attract wealth. It's not about making money, as most people try to do. Because when you make money, you're going to lose money. Because if you have nowhere to hold that money, if you don't have a vessel, a spiritual vessel, large enough to hold the energy that we call money, then it's going to come and it's going to go. And that happens to many people. You're going to buy the wrong things, you're going to have to pay for the wrong things, you're going to have wrong bills, you're going to have things that just take money away from you. We've seen it in the economy, we've seen it in our lives, and we need to start building the right vessel to be able to hold money long term. I know even personally, in my life before and during Kabbalah, as a Kabbalah student, I saw the difference of what happens when you build your career, or if it's wealth, and you do it in a way without building your soul in a parallel fashion. When you build wealth but you don't build your soul, you lose the wealth. And you lose it in a way that's very painful. So I want to share with you secrets that I myself, when I was a student, used in my career, in my business, and also what many people around the world are using but not really understanding the spiritual concept of it. And I want to share with you what that concept is to be able to build your soul for the future. So the concept that we want to speak about in the Bible is referred to as tithing. Tithing. In Hebrew it's called ma'aser. And the whole concept of tithing, as it originated in the Bible, is that when the farmers would grow a certain amount of produce, they had to give a certain percentage of it away to the high priest. The percentage they had to give away was 10%. So no matter what, and no matter from where, that a person receives some kind of wealth, some kind of sustenance, some kind of energy, currency, immediately they took 10% away and they gave it to the high priest. Now, what is this concept of tithing? Why 10%, and why do we need it in our lives? The Kabbalists share that between the light of the Creator and us exists 10 dimensions. How many dimensions? 10. 10 full dimensions. Now, why do we need dimensions between the Creator and us? Why can't we just connect to the Creator directly? In the same way that in your power station, in your city, which is the electric company of your city, has all the electricity and all the energy, and you want to charge your tiny little BlackBerry, what are you going to do? You're going to plug it into the electric company? You're going to plug it into the power station? What would happen if you took your BlackBerry and you plugged it into the power station? It would explode. Too much energy. So between the BlackBerry and the power station, you have what's called transformers. And they transform the energy to a lower and lower voltage so that your BlackBerry can handle it. In that same way, if we plugged our soul directly into the Creator's light, it's too much energy. We would have what's called bread of shame, which is what the Kabbalists refer to as when we haven't earned the light. We currently haven't earned the Creator's light. So if we plug directly into it, we're not going to like it. It's going to short-circuit us. It's going to make us feel bad. So as a result, the Creator implemented 10 dimensions between us and Him. And in those 10 dimensions, the light goes down and gets filtered. So by the time it comes into the 10th dimension, the light is concealed. How much light do you see? Only 10%. Even less, say some Kabbalists. By the time it gets to the 10th dimension, sometimes you only see 1% of light. But that's exactly what we need. Look at the world around you. Miracles aren't everywhere all the time, every second. It's concealed. Yes, you have some joys here and there, but that's the 10%. That's the 10% light you do feel, but there's 90% darkness in this world. Because by the time the light came to our world, the 10th world, the light was concealed. Now, that being the case, we living in the 10th world, the light is concealed in the 10th world. The 10th world is the darkest world. The 10th world is where the most negativity is. And of course, the 10th world, if there's the most negativity, there's going to be Satan as well. The evil inclination rules the 10th world. Because there isn't that much light, the Satan loves to feed off of the 10th world. And that's why every second you're being challenged. Every second you have a voice inside your head that's telling you to do the wrong thing. That is the Satan, because we live in the 10th world and this is his home. Satan controls the 10th world, not the 9th, not the 8th, not the 7th, but the 10th. Satan controls it. He's controlling our lives and controlling our thoughts because we decided to live in this world. Because we wanted to implement our free will to go to the higher dimensions, but we are going to earn it. We're going to go to higher and higher dimensions of light so that we can earn it. Now, how do we climb from the 10th level to the 9th level? Because in the 9th level, there's more control, there's more happiness, there's more fulfillment. If we want to stay in the 10th level, then we're just going to have randomness, chaos, and Satan is always in my mind. If you find yourself always being talked to by doubts, Satan, negativity, you're not good enough, it's not going to happen, what about the future, you don't have enough, what if they don't like you? If those thoughts coming a lot, it's because we live in the 10th world. And it says that every dollar we make, every $100 we make, exists also with 10 dimensions of energy. That means you take a $100 bill. In that $100 bill, there exists 10 dimensions of energy. And if there exists 10 dimensions of energy, it also exists the 10th dimension. The 10th dimension is the darkest dimension, where the Satan exists. So 10% of every dollar we make has the energy of Satan, of negativity. So when a person gets $100 and he keeps it, he also keeps close to him the energy of Satan. And that's why he has doubts and negativity all day long bothering him. But when a person is smart and he takes 10% of his money out, you made $100, you take $10 out, and you give it to a charity. Hopefully a charity that's also helping change the consciousness of people in this world. Not just a charity that just does nice things. Because part of why you're giving the 10% away is to reveal the light. So it needs to be given in a way that it reveals light. But you detach 10% from the $100, and now you have $90, $10 less. But it's $90 without Satan. And you'll notice your life has less chaos. And the Kabbalah is right. A person who doesn't give the 10% away, he immediately loses it anyways. 10% of all the money we make, if we don't give it away, we're going to lose it anyways. And sometimes the 10% takes more, so we lose 20 or 30%. All those parking tickets that we really shouldn't have gotten, the roof that fell in, the car that just broke down, the stuff that we bought that we wish we didn't buy, that's all that 10% leaving us. Sometimes more even, 20, 30%. It's like a cancer that spreads in our money. If a person wants to build sustenance for the long term, one of the things the Kabbalists say a person must do is every moment they receive any kind of income, to take 10% and give it to a charity that reveals the light in the world. Even if you get an iTunes gift card, $50 gift card, you should take $5, put it in a jar, and eventually give it away. Now the secret of tithing is you cannot give it to friends, you cannot give it to family or people close to you. It has to be separate from you. It has to be separate from you. Many people say, well, you know what? My tithing, my 10% is going to go to my aunt because she really needs it. She's struggling. You can't do that. I mean, you can do that, but it's not considered tithing. You didn't remove Satan from your life. If your aunt's struggling, you should help her as a nice thing to do. But it doesn't count as tithing. Tithing needs to be given in a clean way, separate from the people that you love and that are close to you, in order for the energy to flow through you. Now, anybody who does do the tithing and does it consistently with certainty and the right consciousness builds tremendous amounts of wealth long term, builds the energy to hold wealth. It says that even a homeless person on the street where he's begging for money, and maybe that day he makes $2, he needs to take 20 cents and give it to another homeless man. Can you believe it? Even a homeless man, all he has is $2. He needs to take 20 cents and give it to another homeless man. Because it's energy. That 20 cents that the homeless man holds on to is Satan. For him it's 20 cents. For some people it's $2 million. That's their tithing. The question is, what is 10% of what we made? And that 10% is causing me chaos. And if I really look at it at the end of the month, I've had stupid things that have happened to me that made me lose that money anyways. When a person is not tithing, they're blocking the lights from flowing into their business and flowing to their life, and it makes everything harder. And it also says, the Creator actually gives each person 10% more than what they've earned in their life, to be able to give that 10% away and act like a pure channel. If the money comes to me and I just hold on to it, even with all my bills and all my debts and all those things that I think I must spend my money on, if you give the tithing away first, even if you don't have enough to pay your bills, but you give the tithing away first, miracles will happen in your life. Just have certainty. Do it for at least 3 months. See if your life changes. See if it changes, because for sure it will.